Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing something linguistic again. I think I haven't done a linguistic language video in a while, maybe. I should go back to my roots probably. And yes, of course, it's the Finnish language, my frenemy, if I can call it like that. Probably yes, because I love the language. But grammar's killing me, so. But I like the words. In today's video, as you read from the title, we're gonna be discussing the list of the Finnish words that, in my humble opinion, and the internet's humble opinion, the world needs. This is basically my research and compilation of all kinds of words, peculiar, interesting, unique words that the internet thinks are worth mentioning and worth implementing in the world's language system. And based on all the resources and websites that I found, I've made my own list of 15 items, and I will start presenting the list backwards, so from number 15 on my list till number 1. Let's start! Number 15 is a very cute one, I think. I mean, everything that is connected to the Finnish nature is cute to me, so yeah. So it's Hanki. So it usually happens around February, and it's when the sun melts some part of the snow on top, and when it freezes again, so you can walk on it. It's Hanki. Yeah, I can't think of a word in any language like for the whole event. Yeah, I know a word in Russian, for example, like for this top, solid top of snow. First it melted and then it became solid again. Yeah, that's the word, but not for the whole process. Number 14, nature again. I'm not even surprised that a lot of words, unique words, are connected with nature. So it is Kaamos, and it's a polar night. Basically when the sun doesn't rise above the horizon. Sounds sad. I know it mostly happens in the north, not really here in Helsinki, because at least like sometimes we can see the sun during winter. It is probably one of the reasons why I don't want to live in the north. Yeah, like the whole winter, like part of autumn, part of spring without sun. No, it's sad, come on, it's very depressing. And yeah, I see why the rates of depression in Finland are this high. Number 13 is one of the reasons why I moved to Finland, and it's Lintuoto. A safe place, safe, wealthy country, place, city, whatever. I guess it can be applied to different locations. I think so. So yeah, safe and wealthy, like relatively, moderately, just wealthy place where you feel comfortable, you feel safe, and sometimes maybe you're a bit like ignorant of other problems. Maybe not ignorant, maybe that's not a good word, but like don't think too much about the problems of other places in the world. So to me it kind of sounds like the golden cage, but not the golden cage, because in a golden cage you don't feel well. Is there a word for a golden cage, but for a good one? A good golden cage. Guys, correct me if I'm wrong. I think like I have this association, but I'm not sure that it fits well. Well, first of all, because of its connotation. Gosh, my mind is a linguistic mess. Number 12 is a bit funny. It's vahingonilo, if I say it right. Gosh, it doesn't really sound Finnish with the G sound, I mean with G sound. It's when you secretly enjoy other people's misfortunes. It's not a very nice word, but come on, let's be honest. We have felt this way at least once in our lives, like all of us. Yeah, and it's interesting, and I can't think of anything in other languages, because it's not like you openly do that, like you do it to yourself and keep all this to yourself. Number 11, and I love this one, it's let me say it with like looking at the phone. Myötä häpeä. I think I said it more or less okay. So it's like, I think it's a known thing in the world, and there are analogies in other languages. So for example, in Russian we will use like Spanish shame. I don't know why Spanish, I need to research that, but yeah, so it's basically when somebody does something stupid and you feel embarrassed instead. That's a very common thing. I'm glad that Finnish has one word for that, and it happens. Come on. I don't know, why though? Like psychological. Because we don't do these stupid things and still we feel embarrassed. Like why? I'm not a psychologist or psychiatrist or whatever, so if there is one here watching, tell me how it happens, like from the brain or like neurological point of view. It is quite interesting. Number 10 exists in Russian. I put it here. It's pronounced as dushnila, and it's tosikko. A person who is a bit too serious and maybe lacks sense of humor or just lacks lightheartedness. Just a bore. I think maybe you can use the word bore as a translation of this word. What do you think? It is a very nice one. It's very concise and I love that. Because again, we've all met such people. Number 9. I mean, as a linguist, I love this so much. It's, wait, let me read. And also, I mean, I saw the translation. It's not a very nice word to say on the internet, is it? Because, yeah, like, because of the literal translation. Okay. Pilkunnusia. I'm not sure if I said it okay, but yeah, I think you got my point, and the word is on the screen anyway. So it's the person who finds joy and like whose favorite activity maybe to correct your grammar skills or just linguistic skills probably. Yeah, or is it just grammar? I'm not sure. But sometimes I am like that, but it's not like my only purpose in life, and I don't do it on purpose. Like for example on the internet, and yeah, I prefer to keep it to myself. But if I'm with friends, yes, I'm guilty of that with friends. They are all used to that. Sometimes they tell you, can you maybe stop? And I tell them no. But yeah, not all the time, but come on. I'm a linguist, it's already like professional deformation or whatever. Number 8 is dear to my heart, I should say, because we have the exact same tradition in Russian. So the word is turiainen, and it's a tradition or maybe just a polite gesture to bring something like a gift or a souvenir when you come to somebody's house for a visit, like, I don't know, maybe a bottle of wine, some candy, just something nice to enjoy together maybe, or just as an expression that you're happy to be at this person's home and that you're happy that you got this invitation and that you enjoy this person's company. Even if you don't, it is probably quite polite to bring something like that. Number 7 makes me laugh because I like the word, and it's also a very nice one and a very useful one, I mean the process. So the word is happy huppe. It feels like every time I pronounce something wrong. But yes, that's when you go outdoors for a short break to have some fresh air or do some exercise or just unwind, clear your head. I like this. It is important and I should tell this to myself more often. And it's also your little reminder to go and breathe some fresh air for 10 minutes. And number 6 is Barney Stinson from How I Met Your Mother. So it's, let me read. Pukukummitus, like a suit ghost. So it is a person like Barney who is always dressed in perfect formal clothing, like a suit.
Nothing suits me like a suit!
And also, this person doesn't seem to do anything useful in life. Come on, no one has figured out what Barney Stinson does in life, so perfect. Finnish is perfect, honestly, like, I love that this word exists in this language. Which character from How I Met Your Mother are you? I'm Lily. We are on top 5! Yay! I would like to open this top 5 list with the word that I probably will fail pronouncing. Hyppytynytydytys. How good is that? I'm not sure. I mean, it's the only vowel sound here. It's not that bad, but also... And come on, of course it opens top 5. So it's sense of happiness and satisfaction from sitting on something bouncy. Guys, wow! You have a whole freaking word for being happy on sitting on a bouncy thing. Finnish language can't get cuter at this point. I love this. Is there a word in the Finnish language like being super excited and happy after learning a specific word in another language? I knew number 4 previously because I was told about this. And it's again this U sound. Kyykkyviini. bottom shelf wine, like it is said, squat wine. So yeah, basically all the wines in Alko are organized in the way that the higher it is, the more expensive it is, and all the wines in the bottom are cheap. Again, it is super cute that there's a whole word for that. And yeah, I mean, and there is no shame that sometimes you just want this cuvini. Maybe in like usual circumstances I would reach like maybe to the shelf above the bottom shelf, but you never know. Top 3! And the third one on the list is poron kusema, and that's a distance that a reindeer can usually travel before it needs to pee. Let me put a meme, like relatable meme that I've seen on the internet here, but about Americans. So yeah, I mean, if you guys measure distance in this, I love it. I honestly love it. For example, I measure distance in songs. Like, it takes 3 songs to get there. So everyone measures distance in the way that they want and they like. So number 2 and number 1 in this list, they're kind of boring maybe because they're very predictable. But still, it doesn't mean that they're not valuable and that they're not powerful. I mean, number 1 is not that powerful, although it depends how you look at it. So number 2 is Sisu. I'm an expert on Sisu now, as you might know. I can't say that any words in the languages that I know have the exact same word. Like, for example, resilience, it is close, but it's not there still. So Sisu is so concise and like, yet it still means so much. All this, again, resilience, being strong enough, like tough and mentally, maybe sometimes even physically, and like the ability of overcoming all the freaking challenges in life and still not breaking down. That's something to admire in people, and I love that this is the word that is mostly used to describe the Finnish nation, because come on, you guys are like that, and that's a very respectful and powerful and impressive characteristic of the nation. Number one, probably you have guessed it already, because I haven't mentioned it yet, and it's quite popular. It's Kalsarik&auml. What not to love? We're all human beings. We need rest sometimes. And this is the word, one single word that means being comfortable in whatever clothing or without clothing, in your underwear, being in this outfit at home and just casually drinking to relax. I like that there is a sense in this word that you don't drink to get wasted or just to get drunk, whatever. You just drink to relax. So you don't reach that funny stage. It's just, yeah, maybe get a bit dizzy, calm down, rest after a difficult day or a week or a month, who knows. We all have done it. We all love it. I mean, I don't talk about the people who don't drink, yeah. But come on, even if you don't drink, can you use this word? Like, because you can take tea or, I don't know, any drink of your choice and do the exact same thing. Relaxing in your underwear, watching movies. Can we use Kalsarik&auml in this sense? Or is it only about alcohol drinks? Tell me in the comments. But yes, I'm no stranger to this, and I'm very happy that I live in the country that has this thing, this word, and that it is kind of part of the culture. I mean, there's a whole book about that, I've read it. It's a very nice one, explains the term very nicely. So my conclusion about all these words is that it would have been kind of sad to move to a country that is not that relatable. And to me, Finland is very relatable, and the language proves it. All wonderful things in nature, all funny situations, nice traditions, and just something like really relatable personal things. Everything is reflected in the language. I get excited about these things all the time, and I really hope that I will learn more of these words. So maybe share your favorite ones in the comments, the one that I haven't mentioned yet, and also from this list too, why not? Thank you very much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video. See you in the next one. Goodbye.